Hello there, welcome back. I'm going to do another tutorial. This will be my second tutorial, and we're going to talk about throws. So have you ever been in a situation where you're just kind of like, I keep getting thrown, I hate throws, I don't know what to do about them, and like, I know you gotta press the two dang buttons, but I still get thrown, and yeah, okay. So that typically happens in like a lot of fighting games. It's where it's just, you get beat by throw setups, you don't train or condition yourself to deal with certain throws. So we're going to talk about throws, and I'm gonna give you a little insight on what you can do to make throwing a little bit easier to deal with so that you don't always have to react to it. I know it's hard reacting to throws, maybe not so much offline, but online it can get a little dicey. Again, if you have frame delay, you know, it takes two less. Like if you're in 2 frame delay, it takes 2 less frames to react to. So I mean that's hard. It can be tough. But let's talk about some certain situations where you might be okay to tech a throw. This is what teching a throw looks like. It's basically you want to press L plus M to tech a throw. You don't have to, but it's the best way. It gives you more frames. It gives you more time to tech. It's the best way to tech a throw. You can tech with other buttons, such as I'm trying to tech with 2H. It's already giving me like a little bit of difficulty. I don't even know if I can. When's the right time to do this? Okay, so yeah, you have to press it basically. Like you saw me struggling right there. I already know how to play this game, and even then, it's just like it was hard, man. It was hard. But you have to press it the same time that you get hit, basically. Whereas like there, I pressed it early. I pressed it late, no problem. Not a big deal. So, yeah, throw text, man. It's rough on this game. So, the reason why I mentioned 2H for a specific reason, though. I don't know about the meta now, or I just know it as an option. 2H, so a lot of times, like, can lift people off the ground. So that stops you from getting thrown if you press 2H early. You're obviously not going to get thrown because you're in the air. Throws can't hit you in the air unless your opponent is in the air as well doing a throw. And, you know, it's also a great button to, or I'm sorry, it's not a great button, but it is a button that can help you tech a throw sometimes. Sometimes you'll see yourself throw a normal out there and you'll be like, oh, I got thrown out of it. That's because you have startup on your normals. So, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. The throw was already there before you tried pressing a button. You just kind of have to hold that. So let's talk about one. I'm going to show you different throw setups and what you can do to beat that, or to try to, you know, counter it. I'm also going to show you the ways that you can get beat out of, you know, doing what I'm about to show you. So this is the best way that I know to tech a throw. Outside of people being obvious and always going for a throw, like let's say this dude, like, let's say this dude always comes in, does that, and he does throw. He's done that to you like 4 times in a row. 5th time's coming up where he's just gonna go like and throw you again, and you know it. You just know it. Outside of already knowing when somebody's gonna do a throw, there are certain things that you can do, such as hitting throw as soon as they do like an IID like that. Like let's say Android 21 does IID medium light, and then you see your opponent hit the ground, and then they go for throw. This is without you knowing that they're going to do that. They just do it. What I recommend is that right after, while you're blocking, when your opponent does a string, let's say they're gonna do this into throw. What I like to do, I'll just do it rolly. All right. Let's say they do IIDH into throw. You don't know that they're gonna do it, but let's just imagine that you don't know that they're gonna do it. They do IIDH into throw. Now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna press throw after I eat the IIDH. And that allowed me to tech the throw. I didn't know he was gonna do it. I just did it as a precautionary measure. Now, what I'm explaining right now is an option select. And what that means is that you can do an action and one or two things are gonna happen. And you don't get to pick that option, really. It just happens. So when he does IADH and lands on the ground, I'm pressing throw. Now what happens is my throw comes out and he's doing throw, and obviously, you know, you see that we clash. So, but if we put him to do IADH or IADH into 5L, I wanna show you guys what will happen. There we go. IADH into L. Now, if you look at the left-hand part of the screen, top left, you will see me holding back, and you also see L plus M. Now, I'm doing that because I don't want to get thrown. And he's putting me in true block stun, which means I can hold left and then just stop blocking. And it's still gonna block for me. This game has like auto guarding if the frames are, you know, if you can't recover in time from the block stun. Like, you'll see me, I'm gonna block the IDH, I'm gonna be mashing 5-0. Like, no, I'm not getting counter hit, nothing's happening to me. I'm still in just full block stun. So because of that, I don't actually get a throw. Throw doesn't come out. What happens when he does IADH into... Let's delete the first slot and put it on random. And I'll show you this option select. Okay, so now I gotta find the sweet spot. I pressed it 3 times and it's fine. Like, I blocked the first 2 and I took the last throw. And this is all because after I'm in block stun, and when he lands, I'm waiting just a little bit before I tap L plus M. See, and even though I waited a little bit, if he continues to hammer on pressure, I'm stuck in a true block string. So I'm not gonna get through, like I said earlier. So this is one way that I use to deal with throws or IADs. I see an IAD, I just tap the button, but this can get beat. I hate to say it, but it's not totally foolproof. You know, there's an answer for it. And the answer to that will be, we'll put it on slot 1 because it's fine. You ready to be depressed? You ready to be like sad? And you're like, oh no, I have to use my brain more? Because yeah, you just gotta. It's gonna happen. Let's say he does IADH and then 2M. Oh, I didn't save it. What just happened? I tried throwing. Like, throw came out, but didn't grab him. So why? Why did that happen? It's because he's leaving an open gap. He's leaving a space in there for me to do something. And unfortunately, I'm doing something. And that doing something is trying to do throw. And that way, I can't tech a throw, and I get hit. I inevitably get hit, and it's not fun. It's not fun for you. It's not fun for the person rooting for you. It's not fun for the people who are on your stream watching you. It sucks when you get hit. So just be like most advisors and don't get hit. No, I hate when people anyway. So just IAD and me trying to tech that throw is gonna leave me getting hit. Unfortunately, I get countered. It sucks, but this is the Dragon Ball Fighters world we live in. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. I mean, that all goes with conditioning. Maybe your opponent doesn't even know how to do that. Maybe your opponent just always like tries to go for pressure and just, you know, hammer onto you, just trying to open you up, whatever. It's good to like have tools though, and I feel like it's a good tool. So most of the time I use it until I get hit once or something, and then I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I should be a little more cautious about getting thrown. But I mean, that's the thing about fighting games, is that you're gonna have to read the game. You're gonna have to read, like, how your opponent is acting, how they're playing. A no-brain player who's always doing the same things over and over, it's going to be hard for them to adapt because they're on autopilot, and you already know how they're acting, and even if you start beating them, sometimes they just don't know how to change. And you don't want to be that guy. And you don't want to play against that guy, because if you play against that guy for too long, then you're just like, you're not developing any type of skills, you're not opening. This is a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so here I'm going to show a couple of more situations on where throws come into play. If your opponent is up backing or jumping away and you're just like waiting for them to go down to the ground, this is a good situation where you can just do a throw onto them. Because they're looking for an overhead, maybe even a low, and then they're just landing and they get, you know, they get thrown. They land right into the throw. Again, not foolproof. Because what could happen is that maybe they're jumping and you get a little too close, and let's say, like, I'm playing Android 21. So let's say they come too close, I dive on them. You're gonna get hit. So, I mean, you could block it. You could run up, hold back, and just, like, you know, kind of preemptively guard until they land and then throw them. Kamehameha could blast you in the face. So that goes the same for if you were trying to go jump to, if you were trying to run up and do 2H, you can get hit. Another common situation that happens is people who do, like, these silly air strings. They'll hit you once and then they stop. Or not once, sorry, but they'll start a combo and then they'll try to get you in the air like that. I feel like those are probably the easiest to tech, because unless you're mashing, like, you see it happen and it's so slow for it to come out. Like, you see them drop it on purpose and then they try to throw you, and it's like, I feel like that's the longest time you have to, like, legit tech a throw. And even then, it's like, it's way too long. Like, if you get hit by it, I mean, it's fine, because you'll get used to it, but I feel like it's very hard to get thrown by those situations that some people create as a reset. Another situation would be after using an assist. Some people like to IDH and then throw. It doesn't even have to be an IDH. You're stuck in block string, and then they just do a assist, and then they throw you afterwards, like so. Oh, I didn't save it. I'm sorry. Whoops. Alright, that's good. So they'll do assist and then into throw, and you can do the same thing that we talked about after IDH. You can hit throw after the assist. It's definitely doable. But again, you run the risk of them waiting just a little bit, and then you can get punished. Like, even if they wait for you to do like 1 or 2 frames, you're gonna get hit. If they leave like a 2-frame gap, they're already hella positive because you just blocked an assist. So if they wait for that gap and they feel like you're gonna do throw, if they conditioned you into doing throw, you're gonna get hit. It's not, like I said, it's not foolproof. You know, the other alternative is just, it's very basic. You just react to a throw. But like I said in the beginning of this video, you know, doing that can be very hard. And not even Goichi reacts to every throw. Like, his defense is amazing, but he still gets thrown. It happens. So yeah. Another situation, if somebody hits you while you're in the air with an assist, GT Goku would be the best way to show this, but if somebody hits you in the air with an assist and you fall down to the ground because of the assist and then they go into throw, that's pretty, not risky, but that's pretty tricky sometimes. Even I still have problems with that one, even though it still follows the rule of assist into throw. It gets me. So I'm gonna demonstrate it though. We're gonna do Broly actually. We're gonna do Broly into throw. Alright, so I'm gonna block it in the air and then I'm just gonna get hit. Or see, even there, like me avoiding it or trying to avoid it, and he just followed up with throw. Like that sucks. These are things you just want to be mindful of and careful of. If your opponent is throw happy, I feel like this would work. These techniques or option selects would work for you. You know, if they're always trying to throw you all the time, like, you know that they think that throwing works and is the answer, and then, you know, if they don't know how to punish it, then you're really good then. If they don't know how to punish it, like, it'll help you out so much. And I think that's all I have for you guys today. Can't really, yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I can't think of any other situations where throws are like heavily common, or throwing is heavily common. But we talked about button throw. It's bad. It can still work, but it's hard to do. Like, you literally got to do it right when they throw you. But yeah, hopefully that tip helps you. It's a very big tip that's been helping me a lot. And like I said, I use it on a regular. Sometimes I forget to use it. I'm just like, oh, if I had used it, I wouldn't have gotten thrown, and you know, I'd be fine. But yeah, try it out. Go into practice just like I did. Have them set it up. Go to record. Set up the different situations that we talked about, and try working on that timing on when you should try to tuck the throw, or when you should press the L plus M buttons. And yeah, thank you for watching, and have a great day or night or whenever you watch this video, because it's a VOD on your demand. Have a good lunch break. I'm done. Okay.